Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. Guys, Tarte released a new foundation. I'm so excited because I'm really hoping that good things come from this. Now, the first thing I'm going to get right out the way, we're in like the first 5 seconds of the video. I will link my very first ever PR unboxing right up here. I did receive my very first ever PR box from Tarte. It was last week. It was a huge deal for me. I am still so genuinely excited about that, but I don't ever want you guys to think that my opinion, my reviews, my whatevers will be swayed, because they will not. And if you don't believe me, you can check out my review of the Tarte Face Tape, which I will link up here, and then the update that I just did on that same foundation right here. One of those was done before I received the PR box, one of them was done after, and girl, it did not sway my opinion one bit. So, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead, talk, and discuss this new foundation. So this is the new Tarte Babassu Foundcealer. It is a vegan skincare foundation, aka your total complexion solution. This vegan makeup and skincare hybrid delivers an ultra comfortable, natural radiant finish and medium customizable coverage, so you can live your day your way, honey. And by the way, I didn't just come up with that, like I'm on Tarte's website. Who are we kidding? It says in the what it does, helps hydrate and give the appearance of plumper skin. Yes, please, girl, I'm getting old, I'm getting saggy, I'm getting crusty and crunchy, I don't like it. Anyways, it helps hydrate and give the appearance of plumper skin while minimizing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Girl, don't say no more. I'm excited. Protect skin with SPF 20, which is essential, rain or shine. Yes, because no matter what, girl, if you're in the sun, if there's sun in the world, you need to be protected, because girl, that sun ain't no joke, honey. She will get you good. I actually have redness on my chest right here that I've been trying to fade. Fun fact about me, I've been burned, like second, third degree burns all over my body from the sun, just because I'm so fair. And that's with using 120 SPF. I know everybody's like, oh, like once you hit 30, it doesn't matter. Girl, I still had to try, and I got burnt to a little crispy french fries. So moral of the story, learn from my mistakes, honey, boo-boo child, and do not play with the sun. Do not play with it. Would you like turn on the burner on your stove and stick your hand on it and be like, ooh, I want to play bocce ball? No, so don't do it with the sun either. Wear your SPF. Moving on. It also breaks down, which I think is really cool, the different ways that you can apply this. If you want light coverage, apply it with your fingertips. If you want light to medium, use a sponge. They recommend, of course, their Foundcealer sponge, which I did not pick up because, girl, I always use my same sponge, my Fenty sponge. It is the best sponge in the whole world. Do not come for me. And then it says if you want medium coverage, you can use a brush, and I personally don't ever use a brush, or very rarely. I have a couple foundations that call for it, but for the most part, honey, ain't happening, because what ends up happening, I gotta go in with this brush, right? And then I always have to take my sponge and go over top of that anyways, and I'm like, girl, ain't nobody have time to go back over their work twice. So I typically just go with the one, stay there, and we're good to go. And also, I mean, if you're curious about the little things like the price, this is $39 and you get 1 full fluid ounce. And on the Tarte website right now, this has 16 reviews giving it 4.5 stars, which is very promising, especially compared to their other foundations that they have launched recently. Girl, they have not been good. It looks like they released 30 shades of this foundation, and I'm looking at their arm swatches on their website here, and they don't look awful. I feel like a lot of the ones on the pasty side look very, very similar. Like, I feel like you could have done that whole arm with 2 or 3 of those shades instead of 5. I like that they have a little bit more in the deep skin tone region, but I still don't think that this is totally equally weighted between light, medium, and deep. Let's just talk about this foundation, because like, do you see how easy it is for me to tangent? Very easy. Now, I know I just said we were going to move on to foundation, but I have Tarte Festival Ready Metallic Pigment. It just says that it is a liquid chrome paint, and it has stencils that come with it. Very Coachella vibes, and the idea here is that you can take this little sponge, excuse me, hello, this little sponge that it comes with, and you can sweep it on the lids, you can sweep it all over your body. Again, think Coachella, think magical mystery. I don't know anything about Coachella. That's all I know. It comes with these really cute stencils right here. This one, hello. This one right here, it looks like has stars and moons on it. This one has like a sun, a little flower, a heart. That way you can like put them on the side of your face. You can fill them in with this. You can put them, actually the picture on the back of the box here is this girl. She has them on the back of her shoulder. They look kind of cute. I don't know. Not that I'm like wanting to, you know, stencil my entire life away or anything, but I thought the idea was cute, and I thought that this could look real cute on my eyelids. Okay, so I don't need stars on the side of my face or nothing, but like if I did, that's kind of gorgeous. I think that would look beautiful on the lids. So yeah, I'm gonna probably play around with that, maybe do it like off of camera and just tell you guys if it's good, because obviously that's not the point of this. Foundation, foundation, foundation. Guys, I'm living, breathing, dying, gagging over how much I love this packaging. I love that it's one of these little twist up pop things. That is the cutest thing ever. This is so great and handy if you have to travel with it because hello, hi. You don't have to worry about it spilling. Like we're good to go, locked and loaded. You're not going to have an issue. Love that. Love this freaking detailing on the cap. But aside from that, I actually really also love this component right here. One of the things I've been learning a ton about with skincare is actually not having oxygenating packaging, which this would be non-oxygenated packaging where the oxygen in the atmosphere doesn't come into contact with the product when you use the product. A good example of that would be like Catrice right here. This is one of my favorite foundations. When you take the lid off to use it and to drop it onto your skin, hello, hi, this is a straight bottle product and the air can just get right down in there. And when you're talking about skincare, any skincare that has really active ingredients in it or good quality ingredients, they can actually be activated by the oxygen around you. So just by virtue of that product existing somewhere that the air is getting to it, it can cause it to become less effective. It can cause it to become moldy or expire quicker or expire altogether, and overall just take away the effectiveness of the product. So I just really love that because if they're going into this saying that this has skincare and foundation in one, I love that they chose this type of packaging because that's very key for a lot of skincare. So anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbing my gums. Let's open her up. What shade did I grab? Oh girl, I grabbed 13N. Why did I grab 13N and think that was a good decision? I feel like that's too dark. Oh, I remember why. Because 8B was Porcelain Beige, but it had a pink undertone. And honey, I don't have no pink undertone. So this was the next lightest, which is 13N. And this is fair skin with neutral undertone. So I definitely have more neutral to cool. And I figured this would be a better bet. And as we saw, again, girl, if I can make this Chanel one work, honey, I can make anything work. I feel like Superwoman for making that one work. So let's just dive. We're gonna pump out a little bit here. Okay, like dark, definitely dark. You know what though? Not as bad as it could have been. Like I'm not mad at it. I just realized though I should wipe that back on my hand because your girl needs to put her hair back. Hello. Somebody's got to tame this wigwam, girl. Okay, we're good. Everything is happening. And also, I almost forgot to tell you, if you are new here, hi, hello. Anytime I test a foundation, I go in with 2 different primers. So on this half of the face, girl, I'm doing my Tatcha Silk Canvas. On the other half, I went in with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is a very amazing moisturizing primer, and I feel like it could work really well with this foundation. And then the Tatcha, of course, is for overall smoothing, filling in the pores. I like to always just test out and see if a base makes a difference when it comes to a foundation. So these are what I went in with, and now we're finally going to apply some foundation. So I'm just going to grab this little bit right here. You know, I definitely can make this work. Okay, let's just go ahead and dot that on the skin. Hello. And where's my mirror? And to apply this, I will, of course, like I said before, be using my Fenty sponge, and I am just going to start working this product into the skin. Now, it did say you will get lighter coverage with a sponge, so we know that going in. But this is just how I love to apply everything. Again, I'm not a huge fan of a brush unless I have to. Okay, which I might have to because that literally gave me almost no coverage. I'm going to go in here with just a little bit more and dabble this on. I'm going to try to just build it up a little bit. Because I really like the way that it's sitting in the skin, but I just feel like, yeah, I'm definitely not getting a lot of coverage, which again, I know using a sponge you are going to get less coverage, but I just want to see, like, can you build it, or is it going to get very, very cakey if I try to build? Wow, look at how beautiful that sits on the skin, like the glide I'm getting with the light. Ooh, that's pretty. Now I can just hear everybody screaming at me, so I'm going to grab a flat top kabuki. This is the Sigma F80. Great foundation brush. I'm going to take some, and I am going to try applying it on the other side with a brush just to, you know, check out the coverage. Wow, this is very thick. Like, girl, she's a thick bitch. She's kind of got some girth to her a little bit here. And this right here is 1 layer with a brush versus probably 2 layers with the sponge. So, I don't know. I think you do get a better foundation coverage for sure with the brush. But what always ends up happening with me, because I have so much texture on my skin, is it always ends up looking a little gumpy, like right in this region. I do want to see, can you build up coverage with a brush at least? I honestly don't think it builds all that great. I think the best you're gonna get is a light medium coverage-ish. This is giving me very much so like a nice light CC cream kind of vibe. Okay, the forehead, can I just tell you, looks so good. Like, I never make that comment ever in my life, but my forehead, I literally just went like this with the brush just to get it on, and it looks so good. There is not one streak on my forehead. Are you trying to play me right now after everything that I just said about how I don't use brushes because they make me streaky? And you're over here trying to play me, foundation? Okay, I see what's going on. Guys, I really love the look of this foundation. It's not full coverage, which I know is like weird for me to even say that I like something that's not full coverage, but this is beautiful. Like the way it's sitting on the skin, it's actually a really hard balance for me to find with foundation because here's the thing, I'm super picky. Obviously. And I don't want my foundation to like sink into the skin because then you lose all the coverage, but you also don't want your foundation to like sit on your skin because then it looks really thick, cakey, and it looks unnatural. So I'm always like, like which one do I want? And this is doing a really nice job of both, which I love. It's like settling in the perfect amount, but not like taking away my coverage. Fun. All right, and next up, guys, I'm just grabbing my Tarte Shape Tape here in Porcelain Beige. So next up here, I'm gonna pat out these creases and set my under eye girl with my Laura Mercier. Y'all know the drill. And now I am going to go ahead here and grab my IT Cosmetics 313 Velvet Luxe Plush Brush, and I'm going to very lightly set the entire face with Laura Mercier, but I am going in with a very light hand, like this is me shaking off all the powder, so I have a very thin veil, and I'm just going to lightly press that onto the skin. Real quick, let's just give you a real quick side-to-side comparison. So this side right here I set with powder. You can see it does have a nice like little luminescence to it, but it is also very lightly set. So we're trying to go like half and half, lightly matte, lightly set, but I still want a little glow coming through. So still looks very beautiful on the skin. But then this side over here is unset, and let me see here, how tacky. A little bit tacky. I'm having some transfer, but if you are on the dry side, I don't know that you'd have to set this because it does feel very nice and sunk into the skin enough to where I don't think it would like come right off. I think it would continue to set into your skin and feel really nice and hydrating. Okay guys, so we are good and set down, and this actually looks really nice like over these areas where I had to build it up a little bit more. And like I said earlier, I did very, very, very lightly set this foundation. That's why you can still see some of this like sheen coming through. That was incredibly intentional because I want that nice glowy aspect of this to shine, because I feel like that's like half the purpose of this foundation, is to have beautiful like skincare, nice like light satin finish kind of feel. So I really want to see if I can work with that and make it work for my skin, which is normal to oily, but also still get a little bit of that pretty glow going on, which is really nice. So I'm going to run off of camera. I'm going to do the rest of my face real quick, and I will check back on here in a little bit. I probably should try and match my neck a little bit better, because what is happening here? Ugh. Oh wait, is that a shadow or is that what I look like? I feel like that might just be a shadow. It doesn't matter. Who are we kidding? Do I ever really match? No. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead, finish my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I went ahead, I finished up the rest of my face. First thing I'm gonna say is that I love the way that this entire look came together. I'm gonna run through real quick the products on my face, and then we will go from there. So, the first thing I wanna talk about is the Cheekleader Bronze Squad palette. This is primarily what I use. No, this is actually pretty much everything I used. I went in with the Hoola bronzer right here all over for my bronzer. I went in with these two blushes right here mixed together for my cheeks because I wanted to see how they'd look together. Spoiler alert, they look stunning. And then for highlight, I went in with Cookie in the dead center right there, and that covers the entire face. Now, I also want to mention that I took the shade Hoola Caramel right here, and I put that all over my lids as a base for the chrome thing that we're going to talk about here in a second. And it was just a beautiful beige shade. I love using that as an eyeshadow. I've used it so many times, and it is stunning. So, fun fact there. So yeah, I used this for the entire face, and then on the eyes, you guys know, I went in with this Liquid Chrome, and I believe this is the only shade they have of this because it doesn't have like a shade name on the bottom. It just says CG91 Metallic Pigment. It doesn't say, you know, gold or beautiful, or, you know, it doesn't have like a name to it. But guys, this went on so beautifully. It applied like a dream. I actually went on, and at first I kind of did like a cut crease thing, and then I wanted to just blend it out and make it a nice soft like diffused golden eye. I think that that is so beautiful and so reflective. I'm really excited to see how this wears, because one of my favorite things about this was when I applied it, it went on like really rich and thick and like opaque, but I was also able to blend it out and make it a lot softer on the edges and really work with it. So if you could use this in both ways, build it up and sheer it out, I would be so impressed. So I really liked playing around with this, just so you guys know. Wow. Gorgeous, right? I'm dying. And then on the lips, I went in with the Colourpop lip liner in the shade BFF3, and then over top of that, girl, I could not find the gloss anywhere that I wanted, so I just took a little bit of my Laneige mask, put that over top, just in the center to give me a little bit of an ombre, a little bit of a gloss kind of vibe, and that was really it. Like, there wasn't anything crazy to today's look. I just wanted to play around a little bit, and as far as this foundation goes, I'm super impressed. Now, the only thing that I'm not loving, if I had to pick one, I think it would be the forehead right here. I feel like these fine lines are just a little bit too accentuated. That could be because my natural oils haven't come through yet and mixed with everything, but so far I think it looks really nice on the skin. And again, I am trying to keep in mind that this is a light coverage foundation, so I'm not really going to talk a ton about coverage unless from this point forward we see it sloughing off or removing from the skin. I'm going to pretty much leave that facet alone, so I want to look at longevity, how does it sit on the skin, in the pores, the fine lines, wrinkles, that kind of thing. How well does it last throughout the day? Does it start sloughing off my chin or my nose or my cheek? Those are the other things I'm going to be focused on for this video. So I'm going to go do my day, and I will check in with you guys here in a little bit and see how we like it, if it's wearing, what the tea is. So hang tight and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, it is the end of the day and I have some very definitive thoughts on this foundation. So I think what we're going to do is start off first but with the up close. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that up here for you guys. As far as how it's looking right now, it definitely started to break down around the mouth, on the chin, as well as the upper lip, the nose, the forehead. The entire T-zone really did break down overall, but the planes of the cheek still look very nice. If I did have to pick a side that I think is better as far as primer goes, you know, honestly, I'd be inclined to say I think the Bobbi Brown might look a little bit nicer, but they both look pretty equal. I think on the Tatcha Silk Canvas side, I just have a little bit more settling into the smile lines right here, but overall pretty equal as far as that goes. And even on the forehead, everything appears to be pretty much the same. What I think, if I were to make one comment about this foundation, knowing my skin type, which again is normal to oily, if I had to make one like definitive thought, this is a foundation that if you have normal to dry or anything on the dry spectrum, I think that you will really enjoy, because I feel like this thrived as a hydrating looking, very luminous, very dewy looking foundation. I feel like that is truly what made this look so stunning on the skin. I actually have a photo and I'm going to go ahead and throw it up right here for you guys, because that photo was taken in natural light. It was taken, there's no filter, there's no Facetune, there is nothing done to that photo. My skin looked so beautiful and so perfect after I applied this foundation this morning. Like, I was blown away because I went and I took selfies in 5 different locations all around my house, and I could not believe that regardless of lighting, whether that was natural, fluorescent, if it was shadowed, whatever the case was, my face looked so smooth, so perfect, that I was just blown away at how those photographs were turning out. So that's the first thing. This did photograph and look so beautiful and smooth on the skin. Now, one thing I am going to add, because if you're new here, hi, hello, one thing I always add at the end of my foundation reviews is how would I change this or wear it differently next time to make it work a little better on my skin. And I think for this foundation, the one thing that I keep kind of being drawn back to is I wanted to make it a little bit smoother, and I think if I could have a little bit more mattification through here without it breaking apart, I think it would wear perfectly. So I think the Dior Forever, the regular one, like the mattified version, not the Skin Glow, I think that would be a great option if I was wanting to take this and lean it more toward like foundation with a little bit more coverage. Now, the cool thing about this foundation in particular is that there's actually more than just that one option of how I would mix it to make it more like a foundation. I could also look at this and say, how would I try to make this more of a natural day? Because if you remember on the website, you could apply this just with your fingers, almost more of like a CC cream meets lotion kind of thing, just for a very light veil of coverage. And that was something on the website that I thought was super intriguing. So I think if I was going to wear it on that side of things, I wouldn't have to be as concerned with the breakage and everything that I'm getting right now, because if I was going in for a much more natural makeup kind of day where it was little to no makeup, little to no base, I just wanted everything to look glowy and nice, I don't think I would mind going in with something like this. I actually think it would be a beautiful CC cream when applied and going for that kind of aesthetic. I really feel like with just a couple minor tweaks, this would be something I would really, really love. Another option that I could actually add to it would be the Catrice HD. If I wanted to add in a little bit of coverage and mattification, this is a great way to go, because this is a more matte foundation, but you need such a little amount to really make it impactful, which is really nice. So again, little tweaks like that, if I'm wanting to lean it more toward the foundation side, I would definitely take the time to work with this foundation though, because even if you're not on that dry spectrum, I think it would be great for you. Normal to dry, yes. Normal to oily, again, working with it I think would be worth it, just because it does have the most beautiful look and sit on the skin, and the way that it feels and the way that it pressed into my skin like skincare skincare. That's the part I can't get over, because all day long as I was looking at myself, and trust me, honey, I was looking at myself all day long. I was gawking at myself in every single mirror I could find, up close, far away, selfie, did not matter. And I could not believe how beautiful this set on the skin. Like, if I have to mix this with something to maybe tweak 1 or 2 areas, I am fine with that, because it truly does look stunning. Oh, beautiful people. What would I do if I wasn't in the middle of a sentence trying to end my video and my camera shut off, my battery died, and my SD card is full? So fun. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I figured I'd come on here and end this video. And please don't forget, if you like skincare, if you like hanging out with me, you should definitely follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. They're both linked down below. I do, of course, still do my skincare Saturday/Sunday with you guys over on Instagram, the Insta stories, and I absolutely love that. I think it is so fun. We get to hang out together. We talk about skincare, what I'm loving. We try different masks. We try different things. We just talk about everything over there, and I love it. So definitely follow me. The links are down below. All you have to do is click them and then click follow. And if you haven't done so yet, you can also subscribe to me here on the wonderful YouTube, because y'all, listen, I upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan, and it is a fun, fresh, crazy lit time. We talk about everything: hair care, skincare, nails, love it, hate it, whatever the case may be, we talk about it. So definitely subscribe if you like me, you like this video, and you love talking about new products all the time, because girl, we talk about new products all the time on this channel. So thank you guys again so much for watching, for being here. Let me know your thoughts down below on this foundation. What do you think? Is there anything else you want me to check out? Leave it all down below. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Oh, I saw that coming. Well, Paige, if you saw it coming, you probably should have done something to prevent it, because now there's shit all over the floor. Okay, is this not? Yeah, it's not. We're good. That would be embarrassing. I'm so excited. Guys, Babassu, So hang tight, and I will be right back. Right back. Am I so egocentric that I can't stop looking at myself? Yes, I am. Do I care? Nope, don't care at all, because I think I look good, girl. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do? What you gonna do about that? Ooh, 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 ooh. I had too many syllables in there and I screwed up my beat. What you gonna do about that?